0 failed crochet vest skirt tutorial is here. Basic stitching is not complicated. Simple steps to get started. The version is soft and wide. The wool chooses Yunxiao Duo from Sister Sue's house with 3.5毫米 crochet. The size concealed in the video and the bust size is 54 centimeters, equivalent to 90 yards. Wire dosage 3.5 balls. First, lock the edge and start the needle. After the starting stitches are completed, crochet 5 lock stitches. Return to the first lock pin. Crochet a pull needle here. That creates a buttonhole. Next, hook to 101 lock pins. The number of lock pins here must be the base. e.g. 10, 110, 31, 05. 101 lock pins complete. You can compare it around the child. Adjust to the appropriate number of lock pins. Next, crocheted the first row. Return to the penultimate lock pin. A thread from the fan in the back of the lock pin. Crochet a medium length needle here. Crochet the thread through Satoyama to hook the thread out. Crochet winding goes through 3 coils at a time. Back. Continue up the hill on the back of each lock pin. Crochet a medium and long needle each. A total of 100 medium and long needles were crocheted. "100 stitches over. Complete the first row like this. The second row first hooks a lock pin and flips it. This row is on each stitch. Crochet a medium and long needle each. A total of 100 medium and long needles were crocheted. The number of needles from the third row to the fifth row in the back remains unchanged. Crochet 100 medium and long needles in each row. End of fifth row. Then hook 5 lock pins as the second buttonhole. Flip. Crochet a lead needle over the first stitch. Hook a lock pin. The number of needles in the back row from row 6 to row 10 remains unchanged. Crochet 100 medium and long needles in each row. End of row 10. Next, the crochet hemline. First, hook 3 lock pins. These 3 lock needles are equivalent to a long needle. Hook a long needle in the first entry, plus the first 3 lock pins. There are 2 long needles in one stitch. In the next needle, hook a long needle in the eye. Hook 2 long needles on the next stitch. Next stitch, hook a long needle. Next, continue to follow 2 long needles, 1 long. The crocheting law of needles. Repeat crochet. 50 loops in total. After the first lap of the skirt is over, at the beginning of the third locking needle, crochet a lead needle. In the gap between the lock needle and the long needle, hook a lead pin. The second loop first hooks 3 lock pins, 3 locking pins per circle, is equivalent to a long needle. Crochet a long needle in the same position. Hook a long needle on the next long needle mesh. Under, hook 2 lengths in the gap between 1 and 2 long needles. Needle. Hook a long needle over the next long needle mesh. Hook 2 long needles in the space between them. Hook a long needle over the next long needle mesh. Repeat later. Hook 2 long needles in the middle of the 2 long needles. Hook a long needle over the mesh of the long needle. Finish this row. Second row ends. Finally, on the third lock pin at the beginning, hook a lead pin and hook a lead needle into the gap of the long needle. The third loop first hooks 3 lock pins. Hook 2 long needles in the same position. Hook a long needle over the next long needle mesh. Hook 3 long needles in the space between the 2 long needles. Hook a long needle on the next long needle. Continue to follow the 3 long needles later. The crochet rule of a long needle is crocheted. Loop 50 times. End of lap 3. The third lock pin at the beginning, and the long needle next to it. Each crochet a lead needle. The fourth circle first hooks 3 lock pins. Hook 2 long needles in the same thread. Hook a long needle on the next long needle. In 3 long needles, hook 3 long needles on the long needle in the middle. Hook a long needle on the next long needle mesh. Follow 3 long needles and 1 long needle at the back. Crochet order. Repeat crochet. A total of 50 sets were crocheted. The number of stitches will remain unchanged from the 5th to the 12th lap. According to the crochet rule of the 4th circle, just crochet. Cut the line at the end of lap 12. Hidden thread. Once the hemline is done, then crochet the straps on both sides. 32 pins are controlled on each side. Put the marker clasp on the 33rd pin. Each side of the shoulder strap occupies 7 stitches. Restart the needle at the first mark. Hook the line. Hook a lock pin. Hook a medium and long needle in the same thread. Continue crocheting medium and long needles in sequence later. A total of 7 medium and long needles were crocheted. Seven stitches end. Complete the first row like this. Hook a lock pin in the second row. Flip. In order, crochet a medium length needle on each stitch. The back part continues to be crocheted backwards. Crocheted until beat 29. Row 29 completes cutting the line. Empty 11 stitches on the back of the housing. Start at the 12th stitch. 1 needle corresponds to 1 needle for winding suture. Shoulder strap on the other side. We also follow the same method. Crochet it out. After the shoulder straps on both sides are hooked, on the front of the skirt. Glue on your favorite decorative patch. So, buttons in place on the back. In this way, our vest and skirt are completed. See you next time!